The numbers are in, folks, and they are sending shockwaves throughout the political establishment. Donald Trump is surging in the polls, and the left is in full panic mode. We've got the video from CNN to prove it. From unexpected endorsements to a booming MAGA cryptocurrency that has just hit the scene, the Trump train is picking up steam. But here's what they don't want you to know. This is not just about numbers, it's about a movement that is reshaping America. So stick around as we break down the data that they're trying to hide from you. So as Trump surges in the polls, many Americans are feeling a renewed sense of hope. But for those still struggling with chronic pain, hope can seem distant. That is where Conolidine comes in. This revolutionary 100% drug-free pain reliever is changing lives, just as these poll numbers are changing the political landscape. It's used by over 1 million Americans, and it optimizes your body's natural pain-fighting abilities. Don't let pain hold you back from celebrating this political shift. Click the link in the description for an exclusive discount, less than $1 a day. Try it risk-free for 90 days. Visit trycono.com/NNN now and join the movement towards a pain-free, politically energized future. Okay, so what is CNN saying right now? Yes, CNN is forced to report the numbers that they solicit time and time again. I know they do it by biting their tongue. Let's hear what CNN had to say today. Get that volume up.
If you look at the white voters without college degrees, this is a Trump base constituency, obviously. You see his huge numbers with this group. You see that this is a trouble sign for Harris. She also, in a place like Georgia, is not doing well with white college-educated voters. She probably wants to make up some ground with white college-educated voters across these battlegrounds as well, Kate.
An important gut check for both campaigns and on multiple levels in multiple states is what's coming out here. It's great to see you, David. Thank you.
Gut check for Kamala Harris right there on CNN. Here's another one. Decision Desk HQ, Georgia election forecast. Presidential chance of winning Trump 59% to 41%. Presidential poll average of 20 polls has got Harris up by 0.4%. But look at that. Chance of winning Georgia, 59 to 41%. They got to really amplify that, the cheat down there in Georgia. They did it once before. And let's see what else we've got here. Lots of big polls coming in. Trump is continuing to surge in the polls. Donald Trump actually tweeted out this picture earlier today. Surging in the polls, keep fighting, keep registering people. The picture, the big picture, who is favored to win the presidency? Look at this. Chance each candidate has of winning the Electoral College or the popular vote in the 2024 election, and our best predictions of the outcome based on 40,000 simulations of the model. Electoral College probability, Trump is at 56.7%. That is huge. Now, they are showing that Kamala would win the popular vote. Predicted electoral votes for Trump, 272.9. Predicted popular vote share, 48.8 to Kamala's 50%. So it looks like Donald Trump is in the lead. Once again, the honeymoon is over for Kamala Harris, with Donald Trump pulling far ahead at 56%. 56.7%. But that doesn't mean we're going to get lazy. We're going to just get relaxed. We have to continue to fight and move forward. And don't think, oh, he's going to win, I'm not going to vote. You better go vote. Go register, people. Get out there. Support the candidate and vote. A new cryptocurrency, we got some more polling data, but a new cryptocurrency just launched too. Remember that music video we played for you the other day? Went viral. Top Doge. August 16th, we presented this music video for you. And you know what? It's funny. I wake up sometimes and I hear this music video in my head. It's amazing. In fact, he actually recut the video and he used our YouTube video to set it up. But he's also launched a cryptocurrency 3 hours ago. He says, thank you to everyone for the truly unbelievable Trump's Fight coin pre-sale. They sold out in one day, raising $300,000 in market cap. The number one coin on GemPad, Fight, Fight, Fight. The pre-sale went live just 2 days ago. And a day ago, they said mission accomplished. Pre-sale filled in less than 24 hours. Thanks for the support. That's a huge deal. Now, if you follow the crypto world, there's a lot of coins out there, but for one to break, to break it, 300,000 market cap on the pre-sale, that's a big deal. Okay, so continuing into the polling numbers, getting back to that, we got crowd sizes here. We'll take a look at that. Okay, here's one. AJ Hasley, I have a strange feeling Trump is destroying Kamala. Polymarket betting odds and Nate's silver model is favoring Trump and looking better for him by the day. Polls are pretty much tied. Democrats blaming Russia already. We covered that. Remember, they're going after Tim Pool, Benny Johnson, Tenet Media. They're already going after conservatives, just like they went after me in 2017. Nate Silver's model is favoring Trump and looking better for him by the day. Polls are pretty much tied. Democrats blaming Russia already. Harris campaigning in Minnesota, New Hampshire, and Virginia, which are blue states. She's campaigning in blue states. What does that tell you? It tells you Kamala Harris is nervous. If you are campaigning in solid blue states, you got some internal polling that says you're going to lose those states. You better shore up the base. That's why she's there. Sportsbet.com. Tom Flynn states it's strange. Sportsbet showing Trump as a narrow favorite. But he points that most polls are showing Harris slightly ahead. I'm wondering which polls he's looking at. Political polls 4 hours ago, a new general election poll shows Oklahoma, Trump at 56%, Harris at 40%, up 16 points. That's huge. Mark Mitchell of Rasmussen Reports went on the War Room this morning to talk about the fake polls. Trump is still winning nationally by 2 points, according to their polling. Despite all the media love and DNC, they can't even get Harris to Hillary Clinton territory. Remember that? Remember when all the polls said that Hillary Clinton was going to win 2016? It was going to be a landslide for Hillary. They had fireworks, they had a massive, massive celebration ready for her. And then she didn't even show up. She didn't even show up to give a speech to her people that night. She just went and got drunk on a bottle of wine and cried in her closet. Left all those people in the stands nationwide, abandoning all those people. That just shows you how Hillary Clinton feels about her supporters. But they can't even get the numbers up to Hillary Clinton level falsehoods, I guess, if you want to call it that. Political polls, new winner model, Nate Silver. Donald, maybe this was the one that Trump posted. The big picture, who is favored to win the presidency? The Silver Bulletin. Trump at 58%, 58.2%, Harris at 41%. The big picture. And if you didn't see this, let's take a look at some of these. Do you see these buses? Yeah. CBS Boston called out Kamala Harris. We're going to show you what they had to say, but first look at these buses. This video was posted by Gunther Eagleman, making the rounds. You can't make this up. A video taken showing 12 buses leaving the Harris event. I'll say it before, I'll say it again. Nobody actually likes Kamala Harris. Look at all these buses.
And there they fucking are.
Look at all the buses. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. These buses are probably full of union members doing their duty. Or organizations. Not just unions, but organizations that Democrats have control over. Because that's what they do. They go and they get their hand into organizations. They get the organizations to latch onto the Democrat Party. And then they say, you got to bring in all your people to this organization, to this event. That's why you see people always wearing the same types of shirts or hats. So this is the Yankee bus line. This was leaving the Trump rally. Now, that was apparently in New Hampshire. Taking a quick look, yes. Or maybe it was Boston. Let's take a look at what the Boston clip had to say. Maybe they'll reference that. Let's take a look.
Supporters. Well, behind me, hundreds of invited Harris supporters are leaving and boarding shuttle buses. This was a departure for Kamala Harris, leaving toss-up states to come to New Hampshire. Well, behind me, hundreds
toss-up states. So Trump gets 10 times more that, and the fake polls would have you believe that she's leading. Here's a couple pictures. You've seen these before. Look at these. Look at these Trump rallies. Absolutely insane, these outdoor rallies he holds. And he can have this type of event at an outdoor rally because you can hold more people. You're not confined to the 20 or 30,000 that a stadium can hold. These places, 50, 60, 70, 100,000 people. Remember that shooter? That was an outdoor event. And what's the first thing they said after that shooter? Don't do any more outdoor events. Take another look here at the okay, so here is a Kamala's, this is posted by Kamala's Wins. That's one of the Twitter accounts that Kamala Harris, her team, runs. While the media claims Democrats lack enthusiasm, this is the crowd who showed up for Kamala Harris' rally in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Retweet to make sure all Americans know. What do you guys see? What do you see in this picture? That's a pretty compressed crowd. And it is definitely not the open crowd that I just showed you in those other pictures. I would say that is a tenth of the size of a Trump rally. And what do? They corral everybody in. They get them all close to the front. They make it so that it looks tighter, it looks more compressed, it looks like there's more people there. It's just better for the optics. So that X accounts like Kamala's Wins can brag about it. Compared directly to this? Come on now. Look at, I'm zooming into this the stands are enormous. Sorry if it's blurry. We're doing the best we can, but look at these people. Absolute contrast compared to Kamala Harris's events. Going back to some of the polling here. The hosts of LFS6B take a look at what the polls are saying about Trump's position. Let's listen. This is from Real America's Voice.
But here's CNN talking exactly about this and seemingly starting to understand that Trump may be in a lot better position than some people think.
If you look at the white voters without college degrees, this is a Trump-based constituency, obviously. You see his huge numbers with this group. You see that this is a trouble sign for Harris. She also, in a place like Georgia, is not doing well with white college-educated voters. She probably wants to make up some ground with white college-educated voters across these battlegrounds as well, Kate.
An important gut check for both campaigns and on multiple levels in multiple states is what's coming out here. It's great to see you, David.
Yeah. David Shell, you know, that's who that is.
I feel the same thing you do. They're in panic mode. That's why they're bringing the Russia nonsense back. I think to say, well, we can't really certify this election. The Russians are all over it. We're going to have to. Or just say, hey, man, the Russians got the machines. We can't hold an election. So to save democracy, we're going to skip election day. There's a real stink badger in the perfume aisle here. I think it's one of those two things. But I think they realize now she's a ghost. She's dead in the water. Yeah. And Walz is he's no help. He's an anchor.
But here's
he is an anchor. Now, if you don't remember that song that we played for you the other day, that went totally viral. Like, that video got over 100,000 views. And these are the guys that launched this new crypto. Again, that crypto it's money sign Trump's fight. And he actually gave me some crypto. He's like, hey, man, he's like, thanks for promoting my song. I'm like, I just promoted the song because I like the song. I thought it was great content. Let's share it with people. And he said, as a show of thanks, here's some crypto coins. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll take them. So let's go ahead and roll this. Brian, you can bring it up full screen for everybody. We'll enjoy this music, and then we'll close out this segment.
I stand before you in this arena only by the grace of Almighty God. They didn't know I was looking out. They thought it was over, but I could see it. I wanted to do something to let them know I was okay. I raised my right arm, looked at the thousands and thousands of people that were breathlessly waiting, and started shouting, fight, fight, fight.
They let him by 100 yards in sight. Angel on his shoulders turned his head so slight. Blood streaming, he saw God in the light. He said, don't get back and fight, fight, fight. Who let him by 100 yards in sight? Angel on his shoulders turned his head so slight. Blood streaming, he saw God in the light. He said, Donald, get up and fight, fight, fight. Who let him by 100 yards in sight? Angel on his shoulders turned his head so slight. Blood streaming, he saw God in the light. He said, Donald, get up and fight, fight, fight. Many years ago we all had the American dream. Now we all hate each other so much it seems. Race versus race, men and women live alone, while they robbed us all of ever owning our own home. Is the devil real? Is someone pulling the strings? Maybe the man on the news lies about some things. Is the devil real? Is someone pulling the strings? Maybe the man on the news lies about some things. Sight. Angel on his shoulders turned his head so slight. Blood streaming, he saw God in the light. He said, Donald, get up and fight, fight, fight. Who let him by 100 yards in sight? Angel on his shoulders turned his head so slight. Blood streaming, he saw God in the light. He said, Donald, get up and fight, fight, fight. Who's the sight. Angel on his shoulders, turned his head so slight. Blood streaming, he saw God in the light. He said, Donald, get up and fight, fight, fight.
I stand
So much happened.
before you
From
in this
Top Doge. If you're not following him on X, you need to do that. And check out his website. It's linked in his bio. Check out his new Trump coin. I am a proud recipient of some. So, the surge in Trump's poll numbers is not just a statistical blip. It's a referendum on the failed policies of the current administration. So as we've seen tonight from Georgia to Oklahoma, Americans are waking up. The silent majority is finding its voice. So keep watching the Next News Network for the latest updates because this race is far from over. Remember, it's not just about numbers, it's about the future of our nation. So here's a question for you. What do you think is driving Trump's surge in the polls? Share your analysis in the comments below.